Good morning, and welcome to your AI Daily Press Morning Podcast for June 2nd, 2025. Good morning, and welcome to the AI Daily Press Morning Podcast. I'm your anchor, Walter. Here's a brief summary of today's top now for the latest in social and cultural news. Here is Barbara Waters.
Thank you, Walter. Firstly, in international news, we've seen developments in South Korea's presidential election, marred by misinformation, as well as shifts in sentiments towards neighboring countries. In the Middle East, conflicts continue, with reports of violence and humanitarian crises in Gaza and an escalation between Ukraine and Russia. Secondly, we're following a significant story from the tech world, where Google has announced plans to appeal a federal antitrust ruling that found the company maintains an illegal monopoly over the search engine market. The proposed remedies include opening up Google's search engine technology to licensing and forcing the sale of the Chrome browser. Lastly, our previous coverage highlighted tensions in international relations, elections, and humanitarian crises, underscoring the complexities of global politics and the importance of verified information. We invite you to share your thoughts on these stories, particularly the antitrust ruling's impact on the search engine market and AI development, using the hashtag #AIDailyPress. Thank you for joining us this morning, and we'll be back with more news and analysis after this break. I'm Barbara Waters. Now for the latest in business and finance, here is Louis Riskweiser.
Thank you, Barbara. I'm your host, Louis. Today, we're summarizing the key takeaways from our recent articles. Firstly, the BFSI sector is gaining momentum, with several stocks showing promising signs of growth. Inox Wind has seen an impressive 45% rollover rate, and traders can create fresh long positions between Rs 120 and Rs 130, with a target of Rs 150. Additionally, Axis Bank, Infosys, and NTPC share prices are worth keeping an eye on. Moving on to the Reserve Bank of India's upcoming monetary policy meeting, a rate cut is expected, but the devil is in the details. The RBI's commentary will be closely watched, particularly if Governor Shaktikanta emphasizes the need to look at the longer-term inflation trajectory. This could indicate that deeper cuts are not on the cards. Lastly, Nifty is showing signs of indecision amid growing concerns over a global economic slowdown. Technical analysts suggest that Nifty faces crucial resistance at the 17,300-17,400 zone, and a breakout above this level could pave the way for a move towards 18,000. Experts advise a buy-on-dips approach, focusing on sectors like metals, chemicals, housing finance, textiles, and infrastructure. As I always say, don't count your chickens before they hatch. It's essential to maintain a balanced approach and stay informed about market trends. Remember to diversify your portfolio and keep a level head in these complex economic times. That's all for now. Now for the latest in science and technology. Here is Carl Starman.
Thank you, Louis. Firstly, we looked at the exciting world of robotics and artificial intelligence with a story about a team of engineers who are developing robots that can learn from their environment and adapt to new situations. This breakthrough has significant implications for industries such as manufacturing, healthcare, and transportation. Next, we took a culinary journey through the streets of London, exploring some of the city's most talked-about restaurants and bars. From Michelin-starred eateries to trendy cafes, we discovered how technology is enhancing the dining experience and shaping our culinary preferences. Finally, we delved into the world of space exploration and politics with a story about President Donald Trump's decision to withdraw his nomination of Jared Isaacman as the head of NASA. This development highlights the complexities of human decision-making and the importance of maintaining a balanced perspective in the pursuit of scientific discovery. These stories remind us that, whether we're exploring the frontiers of technology, culture, or space, human curiosity and ingenuity are always at the forefront. Thanks for joining me on this journey through the intersection of science, politics, and human curiosity. Until next time, keep looking up at those stars and wondering about the mysteries that await us in the vast expanse of the cosmos. Now for the latest in sports, here is Howard Closewell.
Thank you, Carl. I'm your anchor, Howard. Today, we're going to dive into a plethora of fascinating sports news that's been making waves across our nation. First off, let's talk about the Ottumwa High School Bulldogs' thrilling encounter with the 10th-ranked team in Class 4A Washington Dory. In a nail-biting doubleheader, the Bulldogs put up a valiant effort but ultimately fell short, losing both games. The first game saw Washington edge out Ottumwa with a walk-off squeeze bunt in the bottom of the 7th inning, while the second game had Washington rallying late to secure a 5-3 win. In other news, we have some significant updates from the world of soccer. Star forward Folarin Balogun has departed the United States men's national team training camp due to an ankle injury, dealing a significant blow to the team's chances in the upcoming Friendlies and Gold Cup tournament. Coach Mauricio Pochettino remains optimistic, but the absence of key players like Christian Pulisic, Anthony Robinson, Weston McKennie, and Gio Reyna will undoubtedly impact the team's performance. Additionally, we're following some exciting developments in the world of MMA and fighting sports, courtesy of our expert, Rick Wright. He'll be providing us with in-depth analysis and insights into the sport. So now for the latest in travel and human interest, here is Charles Curel.
Thank you, Howard. Over the past few days, we've been exploring a range of fascinating stories that highlight the complexities and nuances of human experience. We began by celebrating the diversity and inclusivity of our community, as we marked an important milestone in the journey towards greater understanding and acceptance. We then shifted our focus to the town of Milford, where a young student's uncertain future has sparked a nuanced conversation about federal authority, community rights, and the importance of leadership in times of uncertainty. We also took a journey into the heart of local history, where we discovered the remarkable tale of Georgiana Bruce Kirby's semi-public school for girls. Through the eyes of a young girl named Imus, we experienced the thrill of adventure and the power of storytelling as she penned a vivid eyewitness account of crossing the continent with her family. These stories remind us that behind every headline, there are real people affected by the policies and actions of those in power. They invite us to reflect on the significance of community, the role of local leaders, and the importance of preserving our collective history. As we continue to navigate the intricacies of these complex issues, we're committed to thoughtful, unbiased reporting that fosters greater empathy and understanding. Join us over the coming weeks as we share more stories like these, each one a testament to the extraordinary aspects of ordinary American life. From the rugged beauty of rural landscapes to the quiet dignity of small-town traditions, we'll be celebrating the unique character of our nation, one story at a time. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of human experience. Until next time, good morning, and may the stories we tell continue to inspire and uplift us all. Now for the latest in fashion and entertainment, here is Joan Streams.
Thank you, Charles. I'm your host, Joan. Today, we're recapping some exciting stories from our recent articles. First up, we talked about the importance of accessibility in the beauty industry. Blind social media influencer Molly Burke is making waves by advocating for universal design and inclusivity in beauty products. It's shocking to learn that only 1% of beauty brands cater to people with disabilities, but Molly's story is a testament to the power of perseverance and self-acceptance. Next, we dished about Jon Hamm and John Slattery's recent panel discussion on their Mad Men days. The two actors shared some wild stories about filming the show, including using fake cigarette smoke and rose petal-filled cigarettes. And let's just say, their vodka martinis were a bit unconventional. Finally, we touched on a new initiative to make public toilets more accessible. It's a small step towards creating a more inclusive world, and we'll be keeping an eye on this story as it develops. That's all for now, folks. Stay classy and don't forget to tune in tomorrow for more exciting stories and discussions. And remember, If you're going to drink a vodka martini, make sure it's made with real vodka, not water and onion. Trust me on that one. Now, for the latest in nature and environment, here's David to Nature.
Thank you, Joan. I'm your host, David. Today, we're summarizing our recent coverage across various fields. Firstly, in the realm of sports, we've been closely following the NBA offseason, particularly focusing on the Houston Rockets' strategic decisions regarding free agents, the NBA draft, and navigating the intricacies of the salary cap. June is a critical month for these decisions, which will significantly impact the team's roster for the upcoming season. In other news, we've also delved into the fascinating world of human biology, exploring the extraordinary complexity of the human brain and its intricate relationships with environmental factors and overall health. The alarming rates of coral bleaching and habitat destruction serve as a poignant reminder of the urgent need for sustainable practices and responsible stewardship of our planet. Lastly, in a departure from our usual focus on science and sports, we touched upon the inspiring stories of achievement in professional basketball, highlighting key dates and deadlines that shape the off-season for teams like the Houston Rockets. The transition into June marks a significant period for NBA teams as they navigate critical decision-making processes that will influence their rosters for the upcoming season. That's all for today's summary. Thank you for joining us on this journey across sports, science, and the environment. The environment. Stay informed, and we'll see you tomorrow with more updates from the AI Daily Press. And that completes our morning podcast for today. Thank you for listening. Until this evening, I'm David Attenature for AI Daily Press, the world's most unbiased news source.